guys, so I just wanted to talk to you really quick. If you watch some of my previous videos, one of the phrases that I use pretty commonly is, I'm on a journey. I am on a journey. Yes, I am on a journey. Let me just explain that to you really quickly. I'm just on this journey of, just realizing my value, realizing my worth, realizing that I'm worthy enough to receive all of the things that I dream of and all of the positive things that I speak. I want to see them come into my life and become a reality. And I've just been on that journey because it just feels right. It just feels right for me to explore those things. And since I've been on this journey of just self-awareness, just realizing who I am and what I'm capable of and my value and all these things, the first step to self-awareness for me has been self-reflection. I've just been very observant about, how I speak and how I carry myself and all these type of things. And one of the things that I've noticed that I've been doing for so long, so long, is I've been very timid in certain situations. I would enter situations, whether it be work, whether it be relationships, even some friendships. I was very timid on entering them because I didn't really explore and know my self-value, my worth, and I didn't think I was bringing much to the table. And so I would enter these situations kind of, with low confidence, not that much courage. One of the things I've realized is that it has been to my detriment. It has affected me. It's affected those relationships. And, when things start to happen more frequently, like you realize that certain relationships have ended and it's the same kind of pattern over the years, you kind of question what on earth is going on here. And so that's really part of the reason why I just decided to take a journey inward. And I was like, you know what, me not carrying myself confidently, me not knowing what I stand on, what my foundation is, what my values are and my standards are and my worth is really messing things up for me and messing things up in my environment. So I have to take a second. I have to pause, put the pause sign up and say, okay, I gotta fix this. I gotta work on this. And that's where we are right now. I truly didn't know what I had to offer. For many of us, you know what, let me not say many of us, let me just keep it to myself because I could only speak for myself. I limited things to what kind of grades am I getting? What kind of jobs am I getting? What kind of jobs can I get? What kind of friends do I have? Like taking a look at what they're doing, what kind of clothes can I buy and afford to wear? I take a look at my other friends and see what they're doing, and then I'm comparing it to myself and I'm like, what's going on? And for the longest time I used these factors. Those are just some examples. Of course there's many more, but for the longest time I used those factors to define my identity, and I kind of graded them. And I decided that they weren't good enough for me to be able to present myself or be confident in my journey or my growth. And so I would present myself with that poor grade that I've given myself based on those attributes. And one of the things I realized is that's not working, and that's not going to work. Because the fact of the matter is, there's so many people out there with amazing grades. There's so many people out there with an amazing job, and amazing this and amazing that. Girl, their wardrobe is the bomb. They could wear, whatever new style is coming out, they could wear it and rock it and all this type of stuff. But if you were to ask them about their happiness and everything like that, they'd probably tell you that they don't really feel truly fulfilled or truly happy. They still feel like something is missing, or they still feel that they're not confident enough or courageous, or those things don't help them to be confident. They don't help them to be courageous. So it's kind of like, well, what the heck is the missing piece here? So the thing I had to do was go back to the drawing board. I had to take it back to basics, back to the beginning, and say somebody along the line persuaded me that this is the way that the world works, and this is what you got to do in order to be successful. You just have to hold on to these identities that you think comes from outside. But the problem is that doesn't work, and it's not a strong foundation, and so many people have done all they can to get the good grades or get the good job and all these things, and they're still not happy. So instead of taking an external trip, I realized that I had to take an internal trip, and I had to look myself in the mirror and say that I'm more than grades. I'm more than a good job or a job at a Fortune 500 company or something like that. I am a creation. I am somebody that's instilled naturally with value and skill, talent, and purpose. And I have to be on the journey to find what that is. I am a beautiful, wonderful creation. The other day, I'm lucky enough to live in an area where there's beautiful scenery and landscape all around. I live very close to the beach, and there's like also a lot of harbors and just beautiful trees and just wilderness, I'll say. And the other morning I decided to take a trip, and not a trip, just to walk around my community, and I just stood in front of the water. Like, we have a park where there's like a big lake, and it's surrounded by trees, and the trees are changing color because it's fall, and it's just such a beautiful scenery. And what came to me, the message that came to me was, just like how you're looking at this creation, this beautiful creation, everything is so complex. When you look at the water, there's all types of life in the water. When you look at the trees, there's all type of life in the trees, and it's so complex, and it's doing its thing. The leaves are changing, and it's just a breathtaking just scene, right? The same way you're looking at that wonderful creation, it's the same way you are a creation too. No matter what you believe, you need to know that you are a creation too. Just like how we admire the beach as we'll look out at the scenery at the beach, and we'll look out at the scenery of the mountains and the forest and all this type of stuff. We're a creation too. So it's time that we start looking at ourselves and saying, wow, we are a living, breathing, beautiful creation that is instilled with so much beauty and wonder. It's amazing how many times I think about, different ideas and different things that I'm interested in learning more about, and different things that I could do naturally, that it's just instinctual to me, like so many things that I could do that's so natural, and it's a wonder. And a lot of us don't take these things into consideration, and we've limited this beautiful wonder, this beautiful creation that is ourselves, and we've limited it and put it in this small little tiny box, right? And because we don't meet all the things that we've, all the requirements that we've put in this tiny box, now we're nothing. Now we're depressed. Now we're just going on this downward trajectory and we're nothing. And oh, why can't I be this? Why can't I do that? Why didn't I get this job? Why didn't, it just creates this unfortunate reality in our minds. And so now our view of ourselves is just poor. And when it comes time to present ourselves, we can't do it. We can't stand there bold and just beautiful and just, full of confidence. We've compressed all of that into this, unfortunate image of ourselves, and it's just not right. And I'm just at a place where I feel like it's time to turn that around and just take a second to realize what's going on here. Realize how amazing you are. Simply just stop right there. I'm amazing. I'm a creation. Just like those beautiful sceneries that we like to look at, the beautiful landscapes and the beautiful flower and the beautiful this and the beautiful that we find in the world, we are creation too, and we need to take that into consideration. So that's where I'm starting. It's a journey. It's one step at a time. So slowly but surely, I'm going to continue with this realization and just continue to move forward and just to make that a part of my lifestyle and just, stop doing this, poor identity thing because we don't, match up to what society or our family or our friends think we should be. Just take that moment to realize your wonder and your worth and your value and how amazing you are, and let's move forward with that. That is what I feel will allow us to enter the room or enter a situation glowing, confident, courageous. Timidity is the lack of confidence and the lack of courage. So we need to reverse something here. If you find yourself in a timid situation, which I feel like far too many of us find ourselves in a timid situation or a timid reality of ourselves, something has to be reversed. And perhaps it's about thinking about who you are and thinking about the way you think about yourself and the things that you say about yourself. This is going to be probably going to have to be a whole nother video, but you gotta speak positive about yourself. Words, to me, words are like living things, and if you're speaking poorly about yourself, most likely, it becomes a reality, and we gotta stop that. We cannot continue down this crazy road. So I'm going to stop right there. I probably have lots more to say about it, but I just don't want to ramble and go on and on and on. I want what I'm saying to be clear and precise, and I want it to pierce your heart and inspire change for the better, change for the positive. So, let me just continue to think about it. You know what, if it's another video, it's another video. It'll be a part 2, maybe a part 3, because who knows how much I'll have to say. But I just wanted to start there. And I hope that opens, your awareness to, towards this change and towards reducing the timidity and towards increasing the confidence and the courage and so on and so forth. So I'm going to stop right there. Thank you so much for watching, girl. I just want you to know that I'm phenomenal and you are phenomenal too. So until next time, stay blessed and know that you're beautiful. Bye.